Hey everybody, welcome to TechMark Gaming. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to properly install a USB-C cable on your PlayStation Portal charging stand from Duke Phoenix Designs. Now, I reviewed this stand a few months ago and I've been enjoying it since. Being able to showcase my PlayStation Portal and charge it at the same time is a match made in heaven. Now, before I show you guys how to do this, I want to give a disclaimer that this is only for educational purposes only and that this is not an official stand from Sony or this guide. So always proceed with caution whenever you're doing the steps in this video. And if you're a PlayStation Portal fan, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers like yourself. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, if you don't have one of these PlayStation Portal stands, I'll leave a link in the description. There's different colors and different models that you can choose from. But if you take a look at the back of each stand, you'll see that there is a cable pass-through that you can put your USB-C cable in. So that's a good thing. Another item that I recommend that you have is a bottle of super glue. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to choose the same one that I have. And lastly, I'll recommend that you have a USB-C cable. I'm using the one that came with my PlayStation Portal, but you can use any other USB-C cables. As long as it fits inside of the pass-through, just like this, you should be fine. Now, as you can see at the top of the USB-C cable, I'm putting this flush against the edge of the PlayStation Portal stand just to make sure that everything fits correctly. Next, I'm going to hold down the USB-C cable and run this cable through this pass-through, so whenever we set the stand down, the portal won't tip over. You also will notice that the cable is now a lot more tighter inside of the stand, and it keeps everything in place. If you don't want to make the commitment with the super glue, it's just not going to connect to the PlayStation Portal how you like. And before we super glue, I always do a test. As you guys can see, I'm gonna take the PlayStation Portal and I'm gonna put it on the dock. I'm gonna turn the dock around so I can see how it fits with the PlayStation Portal. As you can see, there's no super glue on it, so it's inconsistent as far as charging, but it does fit. So now we're gonna fix this whole charging situation by super gluing the USB-C. So we're gonna grab some super glue and we're gonna turn the USB-C cable around and put a small amount of super glue on the back of the USB-C cable. You don't wanna overdo this because it can get pretty messy and you don't wanna have your PlayStation Portal being stuck to your stand. Next, I'm going to carefully turn the USB-C cable around so we can bond it to the PlayStation Portal stand. As you can see, it's an easy and simple step. Just make sure that the USB-C cable is flush with the edge of the PlayStation Portal stand, and we're going to hold this for 5 minutes so we can let the bonding do its thing, and we want to make sure that the PlayStation Portal is not going to get stuck to this stand. That would be a complete nightmare. So just follow the 5-minute rule and you'll be fine. After a little bit of patience, you should now have a charging dock for your PlayStation 5. You see that my USB-C is now flush against the PlayStation Portal's charging stand, and now all we have to do is put the PlayStation Portal on here just to test and make sure that everything works correctly. You can see that before I put my PlayStation Portal on this charging stand, I want to get a good direction of where the charging port is on the PlayStation Portal, so whenever I put it on the stand, I will know exactly how to do it and everything will be perfect. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and line up the pin connectors, and as you can see, I now have a charging PlayStation Portal, and as simple as that, that is how you make a PlayStation Portal charging stand. If this helped you guys out, be sure to smash that like button, comment below and tell me what games you'd like to play on your PS Portal, and subscribe to TechMark Gaming so I can be recommended to more gamers like yourself. In the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Deuces.